so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Please share the broadcast on your platform. Share to family and friends. You're welcome, Samson Augustine. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Chin. Share the broadcast on your platform. Share it any place you belong. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every one of you that have connected. I appreciate you. I thank you as you join. Please kindly share the broadcast on your own platform. Share the broadcast in your WhatsApp group. Share it any place you belong. Try to reach out to anybody you can reach out to. That is how we do it. Our message is spread by us. Nobody can help us to spread the message except you do so. Chidebere Mba, thank you for joining, Chidebere. I appreciate every one of you who have connected. Please, as you join, try to share to your family, share to friends, share to neighbors. Even our enemies can share to them. Share to everybody so that they can hear from us and hear directly what we have to say. Share to fellow Biafrans, share in every WhatsApp group you belong. It is time to encourage Biafrans as we always do. That is what we do here, to encourage people. Onyekwere, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Any place you are joining from, please, as you connect, you try to connect someone else. Once you connect someone else. That is the way we can be able to reach out to as many people as possible. You know that the social media don't allow us to reach out to the people that we're supposed to reach out to. It is you and you alone that can create the awareness. You can create the awareness by sharing, by making sure that we reach out to people. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Any place you are connecting from. If you are joining from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Russia. Any part of the world you are joining from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. We must continue. No matter what happens, we must continue. And today, once again, is a day of encouragement, a day that I come around to encourage Biafrans as I always do. And as you are in the comment section listening and making your contributions, you can equally send your own encouragement. As I encourage you, you also encourage me. We put our hands together and put our heads together, we can be able to get solution and we can be able to march together into Biafra. We are getting very, very close to Biafra. Do not allow anything to hinder you. If you look at the topic I chose here, I said the end justifies the means. Biafra, run to the finishing line. Biafrans, we must run to the finishing line because the end justifies the means. The end justifies the means. We must run to the finishing line. A lot of things is happening and more is going to happen. But I bet you, fellow Biafrans, don't get discouraged. You know, each time I come online, I tell you, whatever seat you find yourself today in this very struggle, hold it tight. Hold it tight. Whatever seat you find yourself, hold it tight. The enemy will stop at nothing to pull us down. The enemy is fighting as much as he or she can to be able to make you fall out. The enemy is fighting day and night to make sure we do not get our crown of glory. Do not allow anybody to take away your crown from you. If you are opportune to be alive today and you are part of the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Epa and on the list of Master Nandekan, I urge you to stand strong and stand firm. Stand strong and stand firm. Do not allow anybody to take away your crown. It is going to be a very sad thing if after running this race for this intensive time, after going through almost 2 years of attack, 2 years of continuous attack, continuous dehumanization, continuous blackmail, continuous setback, and you and I, we were able to stand it up to this very minute. At this dying minute, when all we need now is to step into Biafra, if you allow anything to deny you your crown, it is going to be very painful and sad. It's going to be very painful and sad. But remember, you are responsible for whatever happens to you. You can take the horse to the river, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. Every decision you take today, every decision I take responsibility for it. Every decision you take, you must take responsibility for it. We must stand firm and stand strong so that we can run this race to the end. We are getting to the finishing line. Do not allow anybody or anything to distract you from this race. Do not allow any news, any information, it doesn't matter what it might be, whether true or false, whether wrong or right, do not allow it to derail you from the very struggle. If you're a genuine Biafran, the only thing that will matter to you today is that nation where the oppressed people run into and are saved, which is Biafra. That should be the only thing that concerns you. That is why sometimes when I see some useless comments, I don't respond to them because they are not necessary. When I see some idiots come online and begin to talk trash on the comment section, begin to write some unnecessary comments, I don't give them attention. I don't respond to them because they don't deserve their attention. I know what I'm targeting. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm pursuing. I know my focus. The only thing, the news I want to hear is we are in Biafra. The only thing I want to hear is the national anthem of Biafra blasting. The only thing I want to hear is Sima Nnamdi raising the flag of Biafra. The only thing I want to hear is that today, finally, we have made it. Whatever propaganda, blackmail you are presenting from right, left, and center, I am not interested. That is why I say in most of my program that you owe nobody any explanation. You don't. As long as you're walking in the path of Chukwukabiama, as long as you know what you are doing, as long as your conscience does not condemn you, continue on that path you are going. Except you don't have conscience in you. Every human being living on the planet Earth knows when they are doing the wrong thing. Every human being living on the planet Earth knows when they have gone wrong. Maybe in the process of committing the crime or doing that, they might think it is right. But after committing a crime, at the end of the day, when you sit back and look at where you are coming from and what you have done, you will re-examine yourself and you will repent within yourself for what you have done. That is how everyone that has a conscience behaves. The autopiloted IPOB. That is why I say autopiloted in the hand of Chukwukabiama. When you say autopiloted, that nothing is going, there is an external force. When something is autopiloted, there is an external force, unseen force that is in control. When it comes to the issue of Biafra, Chukwukabiama is autopiloting the affairs of Biafrans. And he has made a division of labor for us. He has given every single one of us a responsibility. It is left for you to discover that assignment he has given you. It is left for you to discover your own assignment and pursue it to the last. If you don't, you are on your own. If you don't discover your own assignment and pursue it, you will continue to wallow in your stupidity. You will continue to wallow in your insanity. And we can't help you. I personally, I can't help you. I cannot help you. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi has done his part for more than a decade, crying, shouting, writing, talking to you and I on daily basis, sometimes 2-3 times in a day. He prays for you and I 7 good times a day. What else do you want him to do? You want him to kill himself before you know that he has done something. Today, the ball is in your court. Today, the ball is in your court. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not speaking to us directly. But if you are a strong student of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can still hear his voice. Every genuine IPOB member today is autopiloted. Every genuine IPOB member is autopiloted, and they hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu daily. Some of you, every time you come online and you confess and say Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. At the same time, when the spirit speaks, you will not hear, neither will you listen. You wouldn't hear. You won't pay attention, you won't listen. And I bet you, Chukwu Okeke-Abiama, who is in charge of the struggle today, who is fully in charge, sends out information on daily basis to individuals, to every one of us. You that is watching me, Chukwu Okeke-Abiama sends information to you. But the problem is most of us cannot be able to digest that information. The problem is most of us cannot be able to interpret that information. And that is why he gave us somebody. That is why he gave us somebody. Through our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he gave us our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being somebody who knows spiritually what will happen when it doesn't happen, beforehand he told us, go and listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Share his video. He is bringing a new dimension in the struggle. He didn't say it once, not twice. Even when they kidnapped him, after they kidnapped him, he reminded us once again, and he called him, go and pilot the affairs of Biafrans until I come back. And from that very moment he was kidnapped up to date, our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has been doing the needful. You might not like him. You might not like what he's doing. It doesn't change the facts that Chukwu Okeke-Abiama have given that assignment. And there's one thing you have to put at the back of your head. You must not like a leader for you to choose a leader. No. You don't choose a leader because you like him, you love him, he's your relative, he's from your area, because he's handsome, he's beautiful, he's short or tall. No. That is not the reason why you choose a leader. A leader is chosen because they are qualified. A leader is chosen because they have the skills to lead. You can hate him. He might be your enemy. You might not like him. But that doesn't change the fact that he or she is a leader once he or she is chosen. And if you want to have a good leader and be sincere to yourself, don't choose out of sentiment. Chukwu Okeke-Abiama, when he anointed people he anointed in Israel, when Saul was anointed, David was anointed, and all the kings were anointed, people never believed that they merited it. But he went ahead of time to choose those who no one expected would lead. Even when Moses was chosen, when Moses was chosen to take the children of Israel out of Egypt, nobody believed he could do it. A stammerer. Nobody believed he could do it. So what you think about the leader, what you think about who is who, doesn't really matter. What matters is what Chukwu Okeke-Abiama thinks. And if you believe that today Chukwu Okeke-Abiama is autopiloting the affairs of the Biafran people, before you speak, before you say a word, you must bite your tongue twice. Before you speak, before you say a word, you must digest it. We have come a long way. Since our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, we have made tremendous progress. Deny it for all I care. Who cares? Continue your propaganda. Who cares? Deny it. We have made a lot of progress from the very moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to today. And there is one thing. There's one thing that makes me to love our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He has always repeated and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the struggle, no matter where he is. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of this struggle. Our spokesperson Mazi Simon Ekpa have repeated it time and time again. Even on his interview, on the recent interview that he was granted, he said it, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the struggle. I work under him and I am his disciple. He has never changed on that. He has never given himself any title. Being the spokesperson of the Biafran people wasn't a title he gave himself. It fell on him. Chukwu Okabiama make that title. It fell on him that he must be the spokesperson of Biafra. There's no other two ways about it. When all the door was shut against us, when all the doors of information was shut against the Biafran people, you and I, every gate of information was shut against us. People were helpless, running helter-skelter. We didn't know who to run to. He said, here am I. Send me. And Chukwu Okabiam dropped the anointing on him, and he took up the responsibility. Since then, attack has been coming from east to west, north and south, and yet he remains unshaken. He that runs to the end is what matters, not those who begin the race. Those that run the race to the end is what matters. That is why I urge you as a Biafran, no matter the provocation you see, no matter the distraction you see, continue to run this race. We are almost there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. The light is already shining. I can see the light already. If you don't see it, I see the light already. This is not a question of saying there is light at the end of the tunnel. I can see the light. And it will be a painful thing. It will be a very, very painful thing after we have passed the most difficult stage. A time where we were blackmailed, called different kinds of names. A time when we were attacked. A time when we were ridiculed, when we had no voice. A time when it was difficult for us to open up our mouth and make our case. You stood the ground. You stood until we got into 2023, when the Biafra nation will be established. All of a sudden, you fell aside. Sorry. Sorry. It's painful. It's painful. I wouldn't wish that for anybody. But at the same time, if you choose that path for yourself, I can't help you. That is why on my program, I warned beforehand. I have been speaking about this topic for a very long time. Whatever position you find yourself, wherever Chukwu Okabiam have placed you today to manage, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okabiam, concentrate on that. There is division of labor in this struggle. Don't wait for recognition from anybody. Do not wait for recognition. Do not wait for praises. If you know that thing that Chukwu Okabiam is putting in your heart to do, go ahead and continue to do it. Run the race to the end so that you can wear your crown. Don't allow anybody to take away your crown. Do not allow anybody to take away your crown. We are in a dying minute. In this dying minute, it's a very dangerous time. It will be sad for us to lose anybody. It will be painful to lose anybody among us. It's painful and sad. But I tell you, for every choice you make, you will be responsible for it. Every single one of us today, Biafrans, everyone that is watching me and those who are going to watch in time to come, we are all adult and mature, and we can take our decisions. But in taking your decision, you should be ready to face the consequence of every action that you take. You should be ready to face the consequence of every action or every step you take. We are going home. There's no doubt about it. We are going home. And I tell you, no amount of blackmail, no amount of propaganda, no amount of distraction will stop the marching of Biafra into the promised land. It is not just because we are saying it. It is because the mission is in the hand of Chukwu Okabiam. It is because the mission is autopiloted by Chukwu Okabiam. That is why sometimes when people limit their mind to our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, I know that they don't know what they are doing. Do not limit your mind on our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. When you see him on his platform talking, sometimes you think you are looking at him. When you disobey him, you ridicule him, you think you are doing it to him. No, it is not him that is speaking. It is not him that is speaking. Something is speaking through him. You might hate him, you might not like him. But please, that thing that is speaking through him, take that information and make use of it. It is going to take you very, very far. It is going to take you very, very far. The autopiloted IPOB has made history. The autopiloted IPOB are the ones today making it possible that the name of Mazen Nandekan remains on the front border. The autopiloted IPOB has made it today that the case of Biafra remains on the front burner and can never ever be swept under the carpet. It is getting more hot every day. Getting hotter every day. And I tell you, we are going home. You can see the Zoological Republic, how they are panicking. There is panic everywhere. Even when they don't accept it, even when they pretend about it, they cannot pretend. I saw a video, one of the short clips that our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, posted on Twitter. One of those men who claim to be wise, Dele Farotumi, who claimed to be wise, Dele Farotumi, he was talking about calling for a seat at home for their fraudulent, organized and collectively rigged election. And he accepted and said that civil disobedience is the right of the people. It is not violence. Sitting at home is not violence. It's not a violent action. Civil disobedience.